everyone, I'm Abida Rasheed here and welcome back to my channel. So let me teach you how to make puttu, and not only puttu, it's Chemeen Puttu, that's prawn puttu. It's actually a cake for the Keralites and this is a breakfast item. It can be eaten as a whole meal, like it's a sort of curried prawns with a layering of puttu. And it's quite easy to make. If you're not allergic to prawn or if you don't eat prawn, instead of prawn you can use mushroom or maybe you can use fish, but the method is the same. And let me show you how to do this. To make this prawn puttu, we need to have shrimps. The smaller the better. When the prawns are used for puttu, use the smallest one. Actually speaking, we in Kerala, we love to eat the smaller ones because they are really flavorful. They give a lot of taste. The smaller the better, but today the catch I got is a little big. Okay, for making of one portion of the puttu, we will just take about 8 to 10 prawns, to which we will add a AR fish fry marinade. No? Spice it up with AR fish fry marinade. You can reduce level of spice if you don't like it very spicy, but it should be a little spicy because you're going to eat it with the puttu. Okay, and a little bit of salt, turmeric and this particular masala, and then we mix it with very less coconut oil. This is a very heavy iron kadai. This is not iron, this is cast iron. And I still use the one which my mother was using. I got it from her. And you know, this has become so friendly with you. You don't have to use a non-stick pan because the more you use, they become very friendly with you. Okay, now let's mix this nicely with a little bit of coconut oil. You can eat these prawns like this also. You don't have to make puttu or you don't have to make the sauce and all. No, with this also it goes very well. So let us fry the prawns. To fry the prawns, I will add in a little bit of coconut oil. Very less because I've already got some coconut oil in the prawns. So about a teaspoon or tablespoon of that oil. I don't want the oil to be too hot, just hot. Add the prawns and let's fry it. These are the small shallots. Just cut them into about 8. Meanwhile, the prawn is getting fried. Just cut a few shallots fresh. I just peel them. These shallots are very, rather than using the big onion, you know, the shallots are more flavorful. They have a whole onion in one small thing, the flavor of a whole onion. If at all you don't have shallots in your house, you can really use these normal onions. Dice them like for omelette and all how you dice, just dice it small. And some garlic, about 6 to 7 pods of garlic. I don't know the professional way of cutting. I just know the style how we cut at home. Professionals might find it, what is this? It is just junk cut what I normally do. I don't spend time on all these part of, I just look into the taste pact normally. And here I want the curry leaves also chopped because you wouldn't like to have the long curry leaves just protruding in the mouth. Just cut it. This gives more flavor also. Okay, let's turn the prawns. Okay, lovely color. See, the prawn fry looks so delicious. And now I add in the shallots, garlic, and curry leaves. The garlic in the coconut oil oozes its own flavor, and the prawn also gets that garlic into it. And yes, we get a real good flavored masala. If you like onions, you can have some more onions also into it. You can add in more onions. If the prawns are too big, you can just dice them, no? Scrape all the residue which gets stuck onto the pan, because this is an iron pot. This is a cast iron pot, and it is good for health. There is no problem. I think ages since we have been using the same style of pot, and this again is brass, so no friction, no problem of too much friction also here. Just that crispy part of the chili gives the flavor. Yes, the prawn masala is done. The rest of it will get steamed inside the puttu. So let's look into the making of puttu. Okay, let's see how to make puttu. Making of puttu is very easy, but you have to follow the technique. Otherwise, sometimes your puttu will go too strong, or sometimes it is not cooked enough. So it is something that you have to learn how to make a puttu. Okay, to this many branded powders are coming in the market, and most of them are good. There are many brands in the market, and I think not in all supermarkets if you are out of Kerala, but you'll have to rely on some of the Keralite shop where they will have the puttu powder, the Kerala rice, and the particular biryani rice. Everything will be sold in that sort of stores. So maybe I took a puttu powder which is more like a little rava. You know the rava, what we call. It's a little, not very thin powder. It is a little coarse. Okay, and just soak this powder. Add some salt. Enough salt for the puttu here. And add water. It is actually 1:1 water, and let's see how it works. Just soak it for few minutes till the rice absorbs the water. Okay, let's wait for 2 minutes. See, at this stage the water has been absorbed with just about 1 minute. The water has been absorbed. Let's wait till all that water is absorbed, and if you need more water, we will add it. It depends on different manufacturing style, you know. There are many types of powder manufacturing. Some puttu powder gets wet fast if they are not coarse. This particular powder which I am using is a little coarse, so it needs some time for the water to really get in. I think I must add some more water. Keep moving the puttu powder with your fingers so that they don't form lumps. See, if the lumps are there, it doesn't get cooked. We need to be really back to the powdery form, but wet. Even if you don't have a cylinder, it's okay, because exactly the policy is to just steam it. Steam the powder and cook it. That is the only thing what is necessary. But since long we have been using the cylinder, so we are all got used to using this, you know. But another thing in the cylinder, the best part is, you know, they are tied closely knit, like they are stiff inside here, so that it's sure that every rice powder is being steamed. Whereas we put it in a steamer like a idli steamer or so, the chances of some sides of it not getting steamed is more there. So that is why we normally prefer to use steamer. And see, the back of the puttu has some holes. See, this particular cylinder has some holes, and here we have water, hot water. Let's keep the water ready. See, there is steaming water. This steaming water, the steam enters into these holes, and the steam comes out through this. That cooks the food inside the steamer. So it's okay, even if you don't have this, you can use coconut shells, make some hole behind the coconut shell, and do the same thing in a coconut shell, wrap it with a foil paper and keep it in your regular steamer. Or you can use your momo steamer. I think everybody will have one steamer at home. Even that can be used. See, my puttu, I had very less quantity of rice, you know. Whenever you want to make puttu, 1 glass of rice is equivalent to 2 glasses of water. So the volume always comes up after putting water into this, you know. So don't think that this is too less. Say I put about 1 cup of powder, but see, this is formed to 3 cups of powder, 3 cups of puttu now. So it swells up. The rice, the hidden rice sucks in the water and the powder swells up. If at all when you are mixing, you have problem like the water, a little more water has happened, you know, just put some more puttu podi and just puttu powder, or not puttu podi, puttu powder, and you just mix it up so the lumps break and you get the correct thing. See how we normally look into whether there is enough water, whether we have done it properly. I know, see, in this there are no lumps formed. You know, all the lumps are not formed. In case you want to check, what we do is we actually hold it tight with our fingers and see whether the fingers mark come there. See, this needs a little more water. Yes, there's enough water. Let it steam. Meanwhile, we have the puttu cylinder with us. You know, it has to have holes at the back, and in case the holes are not there, you know, the steam doesn't enter. So if you don't have a cylinder like this, I could tell you, you can take a steel glass tumbler and make holes underneath that and do the same system in that. You know, we're using a cylinder because we wanted to keep it compact so that the steam passes through every grain or every powder of the puttu powder here, you know. That is why we use this cylinder, okay. Anytime when you make puttu, the first thing to settle on the right underneath is the coconut, because if you put coconut in all the holes and get it covered, there is no clogging of the holes. Otherwise the holes can get clogged. Now we will put the prawns, layer it with the prawns, about 5 to 6 prawns totally we will use for one cylinder, and then we will use the puttu powder. About 3 layers is what I am planning to do. And now the little bit of coconut again. The coconut, you know, the real flavor when it gets steamed, the sweetness of coconut enters into the rice flour and gives a very special taste. Yes. And now the second layer. Yeah, the water is boiled. And always keep it very loose, don't tighten it up. We need the steam to come out through the pores which is there. If you really push it tight, because it's already wet, the pores, the steam will not come out. The pores will get stuck. So it has to be a little airy when we do this. Okay, and the last bit of prawns. Press it little so that the prawn doesn't fall off when we take it out. A little bit of pressing, not hard to go down. Yes, just to hold the prawns tight, and then the coconut. So start with coconut, end with coconut. Yeah. If your stove is big, you should be careful. If the steamer is quite hot, it the tendency to push the whole thing is there. So just keep a hand on this till the steam comes out. You can just cover it so that the steam settles there for some time and gets it cooked. You can see the steam coming. I'm a little careful because my burner is quite big. So if the steam is too strong, it tends to push the cylinder. So just be careful for some time when the steam is coming out, just to hold it a little tight, and don't put too much of flame, less flame. See, now the puttu is cooked. Once the steam gets into the cylinder, slowly, you can see the heat. It reaches here. Now excess steam is coming out, but the steam which is getting passed from the water to the puttu, it makes that rice and everything cook. So give it about 2 to 3 minutes for the steam to go. Yes, about 2 to 3 minutes of 2 minutes to 3 minutes of steam coming out, and now off. And let's push the puttu out of the cylinder now. Yes, the puttu is done. Now we will push this puttu out of the cylinder when it's hot. Yes, the puttu is coming out. Some of the prawns are getting out. Yes, that is a lovely puttu which came out of the cylinder. Quite clean. The delicious prawn puttu is ready. I think the puttu itself started bursting out. Yes, I think it's come out very well. It smells very good. And hope you love this recipe. I'll be coming back with more and more recipes. Do comment. Please subscribe. And I'll be back with more and more recipes. Until then, goodbye from Abida Rasheed.